Hello, my friends. Hello, welcome. Kat here. And in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you 3 sneaky content mistakes that could be tripping you up. So welcome. So great to have you here. I hope you're doing really, really awesome. This is going to be super practical, super helpful. It's all about how to avoid these content mistakes. I'm going quite big picture. I'm not going into the little details because there's so many things that you could be doing, mistakes that you could be making. I'm going more of like the overarching things that I see all the time. In the last 18 years of business, I've seen these mistakes tripping people up in their content. And by tripping people up, I mean stopping people from actually stopping the scroll and consuming what you're reading, what you've written, reading it, commenting on it, responding, reaching out to work with you, and ultimately becoming a client, whether they're reading your content or they're watching your content or they're listening to your content. So these principles apply for written and spoken content. And I believe it's going to really help you to create content that gets more attention, that gets more engagement, and inspires people to want to take action to work with you, which is the goal of all service-based businesses. We want people to reach out and work with us. And so I want you to grab a pen and paper if you haven't already and make some notes. And if you're here live, please pop a hashtag live in the comments. Love to know who's joining. And if you're watching the replay, just pop a hashtag replay into the comments. And it's great to have you here. Thank you for showing up live. Make some notes, and this is going to be super fun. So let's dive into it. So content creation is obviously a really important part of any marketing strategy. And if you can't get your content to consistently get you clients, then you've got to really question, where is it going wrong? If you're not consistently turning your followers into clients and having people reach out to you in DMs, email you, contact you, ring you, whatever, however they're going to contact you, if your content isn't doing that, then there's a reason. And it's not just the algorithm, and it's not just that people aren't using certain platforms anymore. We can focus on that, but those things are out of our control. I'm talking about the things that you can control if you're not consistently and reliably signing up clients because someone has come across a piece of content of yours. And a lot of people don't know about these sneaky mistakes because they're really good at coaching, or they're really good at psychology or therapy, or being a personal trainer, or being, really great parenting counselor. And that's what they've studied. They've studied that craft, but they haven't studied the craft of content marketing. Marketing is a whole different skill. And I know that if you are here, I know that you probably want to see more results with your content, because there are people that are hanging out for the help that you provide. And most of them currently can't find you. I would say the biggest reason that people can't find you is because you're not consistently putting out content that's grabbing their attention, that's stopping the scroll, that's engaging them. There are so many people with problems that you can solve, and at the moment, they can't find you. And it's probably because your words aren't crafted to be as compelling as they could be. It's not because you're not awesome. You are awesome. It's because your content isn't able to grab attention, maintain attention, and inspire action. And your choice of words has the ability to stop a scroll or have someone just flick on past you. So if you want to attract new clients fast and consistently, learning how to create content that's compelling, it needs to be a priority. I believe that it's one of the most important things that you can work on is how to craft your words. If you're running online events as a lead generation strategy, which is what I recommend for most coaches and experts, then you can't just run events. You need the content around that event to support it. We want the content leading up to the event to get people to come to the event. So it's not just your speaking skills, it's your ability to write and craft and produce great content leading up to that event. Compelling content, it really strategically grows your audience. It grows your email list, it grows your Facebook group, and it attracts the right people to you. It also overcomes objections. I was just talking in a circle tonight about how to use your content to do the heavy lifting for you when it comes to overcoming objections, so that when people come on a sales call with you, it's so much more likely that they're going to say yes, and they're going to be warm when they come on the call, and they're just going to be ready. And you can do this in a way that feels really good to you. You don't have to do it in a way that feels icky, that feels fake, that just feels inauthentic, or feels dry or forced, or like you're an internet marketer. You don't have to do it like that. You can do it in your way, in a way that's really authentic to you. Great to have you here, ladies. Hey, Trish. Hey, Sarah. Hey, Kim. Hey, Butter. So great to see you here. So if you get this right, you show people that you understand their pain and their problems and their struggles and their dreams and desires as well, that you get them because you've been there, you've traveled that journey, and you've come out the other side. It shows them that change is possible for them. It builds massive amounts of rapport and trust and credibility with your audience, and you start to create this buzz and this energy and this desire to take action. And ultimately, you get clients, which is what we all need. So here are 3 mistakes that could be tripping you up. You might want to write these down. The first mistake, number 1, is that you don't have a well thought out content strategy. You don't have a well thought out content strategy. A lot of people are kind of fumbling around or randomly posting all sorts of things on their social media, or they get an idea and they send an email. And sometimes it works, but it's more of a fluke than a reliable strategy. Would you agree? I'm not saying it can never work. You can get inspired, share something, and then people can reach out to you. That happens. I know people that happens to, and I've had that happen to me as well. But that inspiration, that waiting for that feeling, waiting for the buzz to want to put that piece of content out, you can't really rely on it. And if it's just based on your feelings, that's not really serving your audience. So please, by all means, yes, post when you're inspired, post when something comes up, post when you've got something top of your mind. But if you're not strategic, as in you've got a plan for overcoming the different objections people have to them taking action, if you're not strategic and having a variety of different posts, and you're just posting the same type of content over and over, like maybe you're just constantly teaching people about stuff, but you're not sharing stories, you're not sharing different forms of content, you're just sharing one way, your way. Maybe you love blogging, but you never ever share posts or videos, and you don't have a strategy, you haven't really thought about it, and you're just going, oh my gosh, I need to post this week. I haven't posted this week. What can I post about? And you just post about something kind of a little bit random. And I get it, I've done it before. But if you don't have a strategy, it can actually overwhelm people and add to people's confusion because your topics aren't clear. They're kind of jumping all over the place. And I see this all the time, particularly with coaches, where the coach has decided on their niche, but then they're sharing about self-care or meditation or mindset or something that's not really leading people along the journey. So if you want to do those kinds of posts, those posts that are different to your niche, that's cool. But I would make that like a very small percentage of your content strategy, because otherwise you can confuse the market and they think, what are you actually an expert in? Because people share things that have nothing to do with of solving the problem, the specific problem of their ideal client. And if you think about it, you're probably going to be a little bit repetitive in different angles of your same message. Like I'm pretty much always talking about how to get clients, and I do it from from so many different angles of how to get clients. But if I started posting about health, and then I started posting about relationships as part of my strategy, it wouldn't make sense. And if you haven't thought about the purpose of your content in advance, you can just post what you're going through, as opposed to really thinking about your client. And so when you've got a map, when you map it out, for example, I teach a 4-week content map to my clients, and I'm also teaching it for free in an upcoming workshop as well that I'll tell you about, where it's basically showing you the different categories of posts, the different types of posts, every post has a different purpose, and we don't want to just be posting in our comfort zone, like the things that we enjoy or are good at. We want to also be making sure that we're covering a range of different styles, because our audience is not exactly like us. And so if you haven't got a solid content strategy, if you haven't mapped it out, like a journey that you're leading people through, I would recommend that you come and join the free workshop that I'm running, because it's the last time I'm running it this year. It's actually the only time I'm running it this year, and I'll show you exactly how to do that. All right, that's number one. Trish says back to the drawing board. Trish is in my program, so I'll be able to help you out with that, Trish. Number two, you're not structuring your content in a way that moves people. You're not structuring your content in a way that moves people. We want our content to move people. The main job of your content is to move people. And if you don't have a structure for that, I don't mean like a formula that you follow every time where all your posts are following this real formulaic, strict, rigid way. I'm not talking about that. There's a lot of creativity that you can have within frameworks, but following frameworks that are based on human behavior, human psychology, and how the brain is wired. What does grab people's attention? What are the underlying unconscious fears people have, desires people have, that we can, by understanding these principles about psychology and how the brain works and how the unconscious mind works, we can move people emotionally and move people to take action. So if you want to get more clients, it's so important that you move people to actually take action. And so your content needs to be valuable. It needs to give value. And we do that for free. But we also need to make sure that we're not just giving so much value that, and giving, we always give lots of value, but giving so much away that people leave full or with a perception that they're full, and they still they're full, they feel full, but they still haven't solved their problem. It's more of a perception that they have. Oh, I've got all this information. I don't need to take the next step to work towards, to work with you. I don't need to take that next step to you because I'm full, right? And this is a big mistake I see people make, is that they leave people full, not hungry. So we need to make sure that we are giving lots of value, and we're also leaving them hungry for more. And this is the art and the science of compelling content. It creates a tension in someone's body. That's what moves people. There's tension in their body. There's, oh, this is really good. I got a bit of relief, but oh, now there's a bit of tension because the problem's not fully solved. In fact, it feels like there's more that I didn't even realize before. So we want to leave them with value. We want to leave them feeling like they've got a lot out of our content, but we want to leave them hungry and curious. And I call this desire-based tension. There's tension in their body, and it's desire. It's desire for more. They really like your content and they want more. It's a value void dance. I sometimes call it a value void dance. You share value, you highlight a void. You share value, you show them that you understand the problem, you help them out, you give them a taste. They get a feeling of satisfaction, but then you open up another void. You reestablish the need. So it's giving value, but most people just stop there. They just give value, 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 and then do you want to buy? And they forget to leave this void. It needs to go value in any type of content, value, void. You could also call it like the problem solution dance. Like you're revealing the problem, you're revealing the solution, but then you're bringing back up the problem again. Most people know how to give value, but they don't know how to leave a void, or they don't know how to give value without giving away too much. Like I give a lot away in these Facebook Live free videos. I give a lot of value away, but there's also so much that I don't share. There's so much that I don't share for free, because if we give people a false sense of their problem being solved, we're actually doing them a disservice. And if you think about it, most people still have a problem that exists after they've watched a video or after they've read an article, even if that article was amazing. So we've got to show them they still need more. They still need help. Hey, Carolyn, great to have you here. All right, so that's number two. Number two, you're not structuring your content in a way that moves people. Number three is you're not using influence skills to inspire action. You're not using influence skills to inspire action. One of the most important skills that you can have as a content creator when it comes to getting clients through your content is the skill of influence. Influence is about inspiring people to take action. If your content is not inspiring action, it's not influential. And really, you kind of need to ask, what's the purpose of your content? Because you might say, oh, it's just for them to get to know me a bit more, but why? Oh, well, it's just to build brand awareness, but why? Ultimately, we want people to take action. And it's important we do this in a way that's elegant, in a way that's subtle, in a way that's thoughtful, well thought out. And I call this elegant influence. It's about developing your skills as a copywriter based on human behavior, based on human psychology. I do a lot of training on this. There's actually a training video in the Facebook group. If you have a look in the guides around elegant influence, and I do a whole training on it, or you can find it on my website. If you just search on my website, in my blog, if you just search for elegant influence at katmiller.com, you'll be able to find it there where I go into more detail about how to do this. But I'll just give you a really practical example. A lot of people don't move people along a client journey with their content. They kind of like put out a piece of content and then say, hey, my coaching program is 50% off, DM me. And that's kind of their call to action. But they haven't kind of built people up. They haven't built the trust. They haven't got other call to actions along the way of maybe giving a free resource or inviting engagement. And so it's kind of like this big, massive jump, trying to jump people too quickly and trying to kind of rush the process from cold to hot too quickly. And they have this kind of high commitment ask where they ask for someone to jump on a call when that person's just joined their Facebook group, for example. So if you elegantly move people along the client journey, you're inspiring them, you're influencing them, but it's over a series of it's over a content campaign, as opposed to thinking that this one post has to do everything. So a lot of people are in a desperate hurry and they try and jam it all into one piece of content, as opposed to seeing their content as a whole. And this comes back to strategy, and making sure that the call to action is relevant to where that person is in their journey and providing like a logical next step. So let's do a review. If we did an audit on your content marketing, number one, do you have a well thought out strategy, content strategy? So the first thing you need is a strategy. Do you have a well thought out content strategy that's predictable and profitable? Predictable, you can rely on it. You know that if you roll out this strategy, you can rely on it to get you clients. Do you have a strategy? Number two, are you using content structures based on psychology that moves people to action? Like, is the way you structure your words, the elements that you put in your content, the structure that you, so the strategy is kind of like the overarching thing that you do. The structure is what you put in your posts. Do you have content structures that work? And number three, are you improving your influence skills? Are you constantly developing your influence skills, your copywriting skills? Because without an effective content strategy, without effective structures based on psychology and brain science, and without having the skills, so strategy, structure, and skills of influence, skills of moving people, copywriting skills that lead people to take action and take that step to work towards working with you, it's really hard to build a profitable business. If there's one key point I want you to take away, it's this. When you know how to do this, when you know how to create compelling content, your marketing becomes so much easier, so much more fun, so much more exciting and you don't have that disheartening feeling where you've just spent ages on a post and it hasn't worked. So it becomes more enjoyable. You show up with more confidence, and ultimately you sign up more of the right clients. And the good news is you don't have to create a ton of content. You just need those three things. You need a great strategy, an effective strategy, effective structures, and effective skills. And these are the three things which I've put into my brand new, well, new for this year. It's a development of a workshop that I ran last year. It's the first time I'm doing it this year, and it's called How to Get Clients with Compelling Content. I haven't launched it to the public yet. You guys are the first that are hearing about it, and I only do this event once a year. So if you'd like to know exactly how to get more quality clients online by talking about what you love in your content, I would love it if you pop the word workshop into the comments and I will send you all the details. It is for female coaches and experts who want to get people's attention online, capture people's minds and hearts, compel people to take action, and ultimately for you to get more clients. This workshop takes the best of what I've learned over the last kind of 7 years, attracting clients consistently using content, and it really lays it out in a simple formula that anyone can follow. So I'm sharing a content map. It's like my signature content map that I mentioned before. It's a 4-week content builder that you can create in less than an hour. You can create the outline in less than an hour to help you bring new clients into your business consistently. I'm sharing a content formula to structure your formula and how to craft your content so it resonates with the right people online and turns them into your clients, from followers to clients. I'm sharing the words and phrases not to use, so the mistakes that people make and how to avoid them. I'm also giving some content examples. So before and after makeovers, I'm going to be doing live makeovers as well. And ultimately showing you how to use your content to get booked out with clients reliably. So it's free. There's only 30 free tickets available. I haven't launched it to the public. So if you want to be on one of those first 30, I wanted to share it with you all first. And so if you want to be one of the first to find out about it, just pop the word workshop into the comments right now and I will message you with your link to check it out. If you enjoyed what I shared tonight, you're going to love what I'm sharing at the workshop, because I'm diving into how to do it. So pop the word workshop below in the comments or DM me the word workshop if you would like the information on that. If you'd like to be in the first 30 only who get a free ticket. Thank you for being here. Hey, Salam, great to have you here, and welcome to the Facebook group. Hey, Kayleen, so great to have you here. Hey, Laura, thank you for joining me live. I know that you are the few, the proud, the ones that are committed to your business, and I just want to acknowledge you for investing time into your business. It's so worth it. You are worth it. Your words matter. The world needs your words. So keep shining, keep showing up, and keep sharing, because what you say matters and the world needs it. So big love. Thank you for being here. Bye for now.